Gurubhyo Namaha. Hi all. Welcome to Easy Math, making math easy. We've been learning trigonometry. This is our third session. Those who have not visited the previous two sessions, please do visit it. Make your basics strong and then come on to this video. For your convenience, I'll paste the link in the description box. In this video, we are going to learn about trigonometrical ratios of standard angles. So without any further delay, let's move on with the video. So as I told you, we're going to look into trigonometrical ratios of standard angles. Okay. So now what are standard angles? Basically the angles 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees are the standard angles. So in this video, we are going to watch how to find the trigonometrical ratios of each of these angles. Okay. So let's start with the angle 0 degrees. Okay. So let's suppose that theta is equal to 0. This angle theta equal to 0. So we are going to look into the sine 0 value, cos 0 value, and then tan 0 value, cosecant 0 value, secant 0 value, and cot 0 value. Okay. Now, if I say theta is 0, what does it mean? It means that the angle between the line segment AC and the line segment BC is 0, correct? It means that AC and BC coincide with each other, okay? So here is C and this is BC and then AC is on that because there is absolutely no angle between it. The angle between AC and BC is 0. Okay. So what happens? The hypotenuse coincides with the base of the triangle. Correct? So if you take the hypotenuse to be x, the base is also x. And what happens to the perpendicular? It becomes 0. Okay. So now what is sine of an angle? Sine of an angle is its opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Now what is opposite? Opposite is the perpendicular by the hypotenuse. The perpendicular here in this case is 0 divided by x. So 0 by anything is 0. Okay. So sine 0's value is 0. Fine. We'll move on to cos 0. So what is cos 0? Cos theta is nothing but the adjacent or the base divided by the hypotenuse. Okay. So now what is the base? We have taken the base to be x and the hypotenuse. Both are going to be equal because they're coinciding with each other basically, right? Because the angle between them is 0. So the hypotenuse is also going to be x. So base by hypotenuse is x by x. That is nothing but 1. So the next is tan 0. So what is tan 0 basically? Tan 0 is nothing but the opposite side or the perpendicular by the base or the adjacent side. Right? Okay. Or you can also take the ratio between the sine 0 and the cos 0. Since it's the quotient ratio, you can take this also. So this is nothing but 0 divided by 1. What is 0 by 1? 0 by anything is going to give you a 0. Okay. So now we are moving on to the reciprocal ratios. So what is the reciprocal of sine 0? That is nothing but cosecant 0. So cosecant 0 is a reciprocal of sine 0. What do you mean by reciprocal? The reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2. So reciprocal of 3 is 1 by 3. Okay. So reciprocal of x is nothing but 1 by x. Okay. Or 1 over x. Now, similarly, what is cosecant 0? It is going to be 1 by the sine 0 value. That's nothing but 1 by 0. When any number is divided by 0, that particular thing is not defined in mathematics. Anything divided by 0 is not defined. We call it infinity. 1 by 0 is infinity. Okay. Now the next one is secant 0. Secant 0 is the reciprocal of cos 0, meaning cos 0 is 1, correct? And secant 0 is 1 over 1. The reciprocal of 1, that's going to give you 1 again. Okay. Now, what is cot 0? Let me quickly erase this and then do it in the space. So what is cot 0? It's going to be the reciprocal of tan 0. That's nothing but 1 by 0 again. What is 1 by 0? That is nothing but infinity. As I told you, anything divided by 0 is not defined, and that's going to give you infinity. Okay, so now we have found out the T ratio values of the standard angle 0. Now we'll move on to the next angle, and at the end of this video, we'll tabulate all the values and make a beautiful table, and I'll give you the tips to memorize the table very, very easily. My next standard angle is going to be 30 degrees. Okay, so my theta is 30. Okay, so for this, I'm going to take an equilateral triangle to find the T ratios of my 30-degree angle. Okay, so what am I going to do is I'm going to take an equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, all three sides are equal, right? So I'm going to take the measure, assume that 2A is the measure of each side. Okay, now not only that, I also know that in an equilateral triangle, the interior angles are all equal and each interior angle is equal to 60 degrees. Now, where am I going to get this 30 degrees inside an equilateral triangle? So I need to do a bit of construction. Let me do it. What I'll do is I'll draw a perpendicular from A to B. Okay. Now, since this is an equilateral triangle, I'm going to call this perpendicular AB. Since this is an equilateral triangle, the perpendicular from the opposite vertex will definitely bisect the base. This perpendicular will be the perpendicular bisector of the base. So it will bisect the base. Not only that, in an equilateral triangle, when you draw a perpendicular from the vertex, it will be the angle bisector of the angle from where you drop it. Meaning this AD will bisect the angle A. What do you mean by bisection? It divides it into two equal parts. So here, this angle BAD is going to be 30 degrees. So now I've got a 30-degree angle. Not only that, I have a right angle triangle also with me. So I'm going to take the right angle triangle ADB. Let me draw it here so that it's clear. I'm just picking up the right angle triangle and putting it here. So this is B, this is A, and this is D. Now, I told you that it is bisecting the base, meaning it is dividing the base into two equal parts. The whole base measures 2A, so BD is going to be half of it, that's going to measure A. And AB, we have taken it as 2A, the side of the equilateral triangle. Now, how to find the measure of AD? I'm going to use Pythagoras theorem to find the measure of AD. So, AD square, okay? The Pythagoras theorem basically states that AB square, the square of the length of the hypotenuse, the side that's opposite to the right angle, is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So, AD square plus BD square. Now, 8b square, we have taken it as 2a. So, the whole square is going to be AD square plus BD is a square. So, 4a square minus this a square is going to give me the measure of AD square. I'm transposing this a square to the other side. So, my AD square is going to be 3a square. So, what is my AD? My AD, I'm going to take square root to the other side. That's nothing but it goes, the square to the other side, it goes as the square root. So, AD is equal to the square root of 3a square. So square root of 3, it's not a perfect square. So I'm going to write it as square root of 3 itself. And a square, when you take a square root, it comes out as a. Correct? So my AD's measure is root 3a. Now with that, I'm going to quickly find the T ratio values because I have all three sides of this particular triangle. So now this angle is going to be 30 because AD has bisected the 60-degree angle and this is 60. So now let's move on, start finding the T ratio values. So sine 30, sine as I have already told you, that's nothing but the perpendicular by the hypotenuse. What's the perpendicular? Perpendicular of this triangle of 30 degrees. The side that's opposite to it, that's nothing but A by the hypotenuse is 2A. So A gets cancelled. It's 1 by 2. So sine 30 value is 1 by 2. Now we'll move on. Cos 30 degrees is equal to the adjacent side or the base divided by the hypotenuse. Now what is the side that's adjacent to 30 degrees? That's AD. Okay, so AD measures root 3A divided by the hypotenuse is 2A. So AA gets cancelled because we have to simplify. Any ratio should be expressed in its simplest form. So the common terms, the common factors have to be cancelled out. Okay, so that's nothing but root 3 by 2. Now let's move on to tan 30. Tan 30 value is sine 30 by cos 30. Right? So that's going to be 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. So how do you divide two fractions? You multiply the fraction on the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator, meaning you take it, you make it upside down, bring the denominator to the numerator and the numerator to the denominator. That's called as a reciprocal, right? So I'm just multiplying half by the reciprocal of root 3 by 2. That's nothing but 2 by root 3. So 2 gets cancelled. I'm again going to simplify this 2 getting cancelled and I get 1 by root 3. So my tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. Okay, so now let me quickly erase this part so that we can find the other ratio values. So the next is the reciprocal of sine. That's nothing but cosecant 30. Cosecant 30 is the reciprocal of 1 by 2. That's nothing but 2 by 1 and that's 2. And then secant 30 is the reciprocal of cos 30. That's nothing but 2 by root 3. I repeat, reciprocal of a fraction is that it's just the upside down of the particular fraction. You bring the denominator to the numerator and the numerator to the denominator. Okay. So now next is cot 30. Cot 30 is the reciprocal of tan 30, making it root 3. So these are the values of 30 degrees. T ratio values of standard angle 30 degrees. So our next angle is 45-degree angle. So to find the T ratio values of theta is equal to 45 degrees, I'm going to consider an isosceles right angle triangle. In my first video, I have explained the types of triangles in detail. Please do visit it to have more clarity. So what is an isosceles triangle? It's a triangle wherein two sides are equal and two angles are also equal. So now, this is a right angle triangle. And I've told you that it is also an isosceles triangle. I'm taking a right angled isosceles triangle. So what happens? My base and the height are going to be equal in length. So let me name both as x. I'm going to take it as x, the measure of AB to be x. Since BC is also equal to AB, since I've considered an isosceles right angle triangle, my BC's measure will also be x. As I've already told you, these two angles will also be equal because we are dealing with an isosceles triangle. Okay, so the angles opposite to equal sides are always equal. So this is an angle opposite to this side and this is an angle opposite to this side and these two will be equal. And my 90 degree is here. So this is my hypotenuse. Now, how to find the hypotenuse measure? I'm again going to use the Pythagoras theorem. I have AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So that's nothing but x square plus x square. That's 2x square. So my AC is going to be root over 2x square. This is nothing but root 2. 2 is not a perfect square, so I'm going to keep it as root 2. And x square inside the root comes out as just x. So my measure of AC is going to be root 2x. Okay, now let's quickly move on and find the T ratio values of 45 degrees. So what is sine 45? So now these two are equal, right? So what is the measure? Let's quickly find that. If this is 90, I'm going to take this angle measure as y and this angle measure as y. So you know that y plus 90 is going to give a 180 because this is a property of a triangle. The angle sum property. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle always sum up to 180. So y plus y, like terms can be added. So y and y adds up to be 2y plus 90 is equal to 180. So this implies 2y is 90. I'm taking this 90 to the other side and subtracting it from 180. I get 90 degrees. So my y is, this 2 is also going to be taken to the other side. This 2 is, since it's multiplied here, it will go as division. It will go and divide this 90 to the other side. So you will get 45 degrees. So each of this y is going to be 45 degrees measure, right? So now with this, we will quickly find the T ratio values. Sine 45, this 45, I'm going to find the T ratio value. Sine 45 is opposite by hypotenuse. That is nothing but x by root 2x. That's nothing but 1 by root 2. Again and again, I repeat, we'll have to simplify the ratios and express it in the simplest form. So it's going to give me 1 by root 2. Now, what is cos 45? Cos 45 is going to be the perpendicular, the adjacent. Adjacent, that's the base by the hypotenuse. The adjacent is an also x because it's an isosceles right angle triangle divided by the hypotenuse is root 2x. So x gets cancelled and again I get a value of 1 by root 2 for cos 45 also. So my tan 45 degrees is the ratio between these two values. So it's 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2. Instead, I will multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator, that is root 2 by 1. And root 2 gets cancelled and I get value 1. So my tan 45 degrees is 1. Okay. Now let me quickly move on to the reciprocal ratios. So what do I get? I get cosecant 45 to be the reciprocal of sine 45, that is root 2 by 1 or root 2. And then secant 45, the reciprocal of cos 45, that's nothing but root 2 by 1 and that's also root 2. And my cot 45 is either the ratio between these two or the reciprocal of this, and I'm going to get a 1. Either way I do. Okay, so these are my T ratios for 45-degree angle. Okay, interesting, isn't it? Next, we are going to look into standard angle value. That's theta is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, I'm going back to the triangle that I constructed to find out the 30-degree angle. Okay, now it was an equilateral triangle. We took the measure of each side to be 2a and we constructed a perpendicular bisector that was an angle bisector of a and we got 30 degrees there, right? You remember? Just before 45 degrees we had done this, right? And then the base, since it was bisected, it becomes a. So I'm going to consider this triangle once again, okay, because I have 30 degree also apparently in that and 60 degrees, right? So I'm going to use the 60 degrees to find the T ratios of 60-degree values now. Now, what is sine 60? That's nothing but opposite or the perpendicular by the hypotenuse. What is opposite to 60 degrees? That is AB, that measures root 3A divided by the hypotenuse that measures 2A. So again, I'm going to simplify AA, common factors get cancelled and I get a value of root 3 by 2. Then next is cos 60. That's nothing but the adjacent side of the 60-degree angle and by the hypotenuse. So the adjacent side is BC that measures A by the hypotenuse that measures 2A. So when I cancel it and simplify, I get 1 by 2. So cos 60 is 1 by 2 and then tan 60 value is a ratio between this and this. So I have root 3 by 2 by 1 by root 2. That's nothing but root 3 by 2 into 2 by 1. I multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator and I get a value of root 3. Okay, so now I'm going to find the cosecant 60 value. That's the reciprocal of the sine. So I get 2 by root 3. Then the secant 60 value, that's the reciprocal of cos. I'm going to get 2 by 1. That's nothing but 2. And then cot 60 value is the reciprocal of tan 60. So how do I find the reciprocal of this whole number? I write it as 1 over root 3. Right? So these are my T ratio values of the angle 60 degrees. Now we are moving on to the last and the final standard angle, that's 90 degrees. Okay, so now for me to have a 90 degree, okay, these two are already perpendicular. So for me to have a 90 degree, what should happen? This hypotenuse should basically coincide with the perpendicular. Correct? For 0 degrees, what did we see? This hypotenuse coincided with the base. Now here, for 90 degrees, this hypotenuse will coincide with this AB, right? That's the perpendicular. So if I take this to be A, the measure of AB will also be A. And what happens to the base? It becomes 0 because it vanishes, because these two are going to coincide with each other. So with this information, let's quickly move on to the T ratio values. So sine 90 is going to be perpendicular by the hypotenuse. Now perpendicular is A and the hypotenuse is also A. So when I simplify it, I get 1. Similarly, cos 90, it's going to be the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. Now, the adjacent has got nullified. It has vanished. So, it's 0 by the hypotenuse is going to be A. 0 by anything is going to be 0, as we have already discussed. Now, what is tan 90? Tan 90 is the ratio between this value and this value. So, that's 1 by 0. As I've already told you in this video, you cannot divide any number by 0. It becomes not defined in mathematics, so you get a infinity there. Now, what is cosecant 90? Cosecant 90 is the reciprocal of sine 90 value. That's 1 by 1. That's going to be 1 again. Now, what is secant 90? That's going to be the reciprocal of cos 90. That's nothing but 1 by 0, and that's not defined again, and you're going to get infinity. Now, what is cot 90? Cot 90 is the reciprocal of tan 90. That's nothing but 1 by infinity. Now, what is 1 by infinity? It's quite interesting, right? That's nothing but something by 0 gives you infinity. So 1 by infinity is going to be 0 by something. Here it's 0 by 1, and you know very well that 0 by anything is going to give you 0. So the reciprocal of 0 is infinity, and the infinity's reciprocal is going to be 0. Yes? Okay. So till now we've seen all the T ratio values of all trigonometric standard angles. Okay. So we are going to put them in a table. So whatever angle values we have found out till now, we are going to put them on a table, tabulate it, and use it for a quick reference to solve our problems based on the T ratios of standard angles. Okay. Now, I'll give you an easy tip to remember the standard angle values. Okay. Now, sine 0, sine theta values for these standard angles we are going to look first. So sine theta, sine 0, we found out that it's 0, and then sine 30, we saw that it was half, and then sine 45 was 1 by root 2. Sine 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2, and sine 90, we saw that it was 1. Now, it is enough if you learn this series of values. 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. If you remember these 5 values, that would be enough. You can fill this complete table using these 5 values. Okay, only the sign values you need to remember. Okay, now what will be the cos values? Cos theta value will go in the reverse order. Sine 90 value will be cos 0 value. So 1 comes first, I'm going to just go in this order. Starting from 1, I'm going to come backwards. So then 30 is going to be root 3 by 2 and 45. Cos 45 is going to be just 1 by root 3 again. And then cos 30 is going to be 1 by 2 and cos 90 is going to be 0. Now, what is tan theta values? Tan theta, you know that you just have to divide the sine value and the cos value. So, cosine theta by cos theta will give you tan theta. So, 0 by 1, 0 by anything, 0. 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2. When you multiply by the reciprocal, 2 gets cancelled and you get 1 by root 3. And then 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2, the same value, both will get cancelled and you get a value of 1. And then root 3 by 2 by 1 by 2, you multiply by the reciprocal again and 2 gets cancelled. You get a value of root 3 and then 1 by 0. Anything by 0 gives you infinity. Now cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. So again, let me fill it in blue color. The reciprocal of sine 1 by 0 is infinity. 1 by 2's reciprocal is 2 by 1. That's 2. 1 by root 2's reciprocal is root 2. Root 3 by 2's reciprocal is 2 by root 3 and 1's reciprocal is 1. Yeah? Then I'm going to see the secant values. That's the reciprocal of cos values, cos theta values. So 1 by 1 is 1. Root 3 by 2's reciprocal is 2 by root 3. And then 1 by root 2's reciprocal is root 2. 1 by 2's reciprocal is 2. And 1 by 0. 0's reciprocal is going to be infinity. If you observe, secant theta values go in reverse of cosecant theta. If I start from 1 and go in the reverse order, I'll get the secant theta values. Cot theta values are the reciprocals of tan theta values. So quickly we'll find the reciprocal. 1 by theta is 1 by 0 is infinity. 1 by root 3 is reciprocal is root 3. 1 by 1's reciprocal is 1. Root 3's reciprocal is 1 over root 3 and infinity's reciprocal is 0. So again, if you observe, it comes in the reverse order of tan theta. Cot theta is in the reverse order of tan theta. So you just have to follow it from theta onwards. You will come back to 0. So this is our table. So isn't it easy? You just need to remember these 5 values. 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. So only the sine theta's order you need to remember. The other values just follow. So this is our standard value table. So we have tabulated it. Please do write it on your notebook. Make a note of it. As I always tell you, practice makes a man perfect. So please do not read the math concepts, but please work out mathematics. Keep a notebook and a pen ready always when you watch this video. If you don't understand something, please do go back, rewind the video and keep watching the same thing. In case you have any doubt, you can feel free to put it in the comment box. I will definitely address to it and try to solve all your doubts. With that, we are done with the session. So we'll meet in my next session, in my next video. Till then, keep practicing. And if you like my videos, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel without fail. Thank you all.